she's just, like, not as holy. There's just no holiness.
Yeah, no aura, like, no yellow aura, no glow. It's just, like, not there anymore.
Well, that might not have been the most traditional of examples that I would have thought of, but I think you really hit on something here, ladies. I think that what you're aiming at here is that in a church, the preacher and the Bible and these statues, they have their cultural significance. They are in their proper time and space for ritual and religion. And when you remove something like the idea of the Virgin Mary and you just have it on a clock that is reproducible and many people can purchase this clock to the local store and own it and have it in their living rooms. Right. It's not about the cultural significance anymore. It's not in its proper time and place, and it doesn't have the same essence.
Right, taken out of the context.
Right.
Well, Mr. Benjamin, can you speak more about cult value and exhibition value?
Absolutely, dear. Anything for you. So, as you all have read my essay, I believe in there I mentioned that works of art are valued and received on different planes. And two polar types of these planes, as you mentioned, are the cult value and the exhibition value. So, the cult value draws from history. The artistic production begins with ceremonial objects destined to serve in a cult. One may assume that what mattered was their existence, not their being in view. And the exhibition value is what is meant simply to be in view.
Right, you mentioned in your essay about tribal paintings and traditional art. This is comparable to the situation of the work of art in prehistoric times when, by the absolute emphasis on its cult value, it was first and foremost an instrument of magic. Can you talk more about the relation of cult value and this idea of magic?
Well, you see, magic played a lot into the historic rituals of what these items were used for. So they were made simply to exist in these magical rituals.
Right.
And that is how magic ties in. And just remember, ladies, that a painter is like a magician and a cameraman is like a surgeon.
Oh, wow! I would have never been able to think of that.
But then, don't you also say, somewhere in your essay,
5:30, it was 5:30.
Yeah, that in photography, exhibition value begins to displace cult value all along the line, but cult value does not give way without resistance. It retires into an ultimate retrenchment, the human countenance.
Well, as you may see in a photograph, it's a reproduction of the actual item, and it's all about being in view. It's all about the exhibition value.
Right,
So
but you say, but as man withdraws from the photographic image, the exhibition value for the first time shows its superiority to the ritual value.
Right. Well, you see, if the human countenance in the photograph, this is why portraiture is featured so often as subject matter around the beginning of the history of photography. Human countenance is the only thing that preserves its aura in photography, because that's a person in the picture. You know, it's a portrait of their countenance, and so that they still have that aura. But as with the progression of modern art,
Right.
Man has withdrawn from that, and they're merely actors or they're excerpted bits and pieces. Like, it's not like acting on a stage anymore where
Very true.
you are this character, but you can barely get into the character in film. You are simply this.
There's so many things involved, other factors.
You don't even shoot the scenes in order anymore.
Right. Speaking of portraitures, we have a lovely painting here, girl with the pearl earring, only $13.99 if you call by the end of the show.
Buy your own reproduced copy sans aura for only $13.99 if you call by the end of the show.
Yeah, and then don't you also say somewhere that on page 527, the situations into which the product of mechanical reproduction can be brought may not touch the actual work of art, yet the quality of its presence is always depreciated.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, I think it's important that we talk about the exhibition value and the reproducibility of an object, taking away from the cultural aspect and the ritual of the object, the original purpose, because it's powerful, ladies, and in our modern day, there is hardly a place for items meant only for ritual. The exhibition is the thing. Everything must be meant to be viewed, meant to be shown, and there's no more essence, the true ritual essence of it. So, through time, we have depreciated the cultural value, but really what we're depreciating in our philosophy is the exhibition value, and we need to make sure it has the importance that it deserves.
Oh, right. It seems that technology has really taken a action on this idea of aura with television and YouTube videos today online.
Aura
Separating,
I do not get an aura from YouTube.
separating the viewer with distance from the original object, right?
Right.
Well, speaking of time, our time has depreciated here at Aesthetics Angle. Thank you so much, Mr. Benjamin, for coming on and speaking with us today about aura.
Thank you,
And I
dear.
hope you viewers at home have learned something about the idea of aura and cult value and exhibition value. Thank you very much. Goodbye.